be watching this, you can just go on our website to learn more about our summer programs, but those will be kicking up very soon. And then we have our retirees tonight. We are just absolutely thrilled that so many of them were able to be here tonight with us to be recognized. We'll have an opportunity later in the agenda after the recognitions. We're going to recognize each of our retirees and have their supervisor have an opportunity to just say a few quick words about each one of them. I had the pleasure of being at the high school the other day, and they were recognizing the high school teachers, and Mr. Barrett spoke, and I'm going to embarrass Mr. Barrett a little bit, but he spoke and he said to his colleagues, he said, don't wait till retirement to realize what a great place this is. And he talked about what a great place Radnor High School has been for him and his career and his teaching. And also Mr. Deal, who spoke today, to the 8th graders, talked about relationships and the importance of relationships. And to all of you retirees, you've made such a difference. No matter what your position was here in the district, you have touched lives, you've had an impact. We are an organization, call it a profession, that it is people intensive. It is the people we hire that make a difference in the lives of our students. And thank you all for making such a difference, and we're thrilled to be honoring all of you tonight. And then we have commencement, so a lot going on. Tomorrow is commencement, and we're excited. And we're also excited because all of our teachers and staff are invited to commencement to celebrate, because truly commencement is not just a high school celebration here in Radnor. It's kindergarten through 12th grade celebration. So the board is excited to see all of our staff there and excited for, to be honoring our seniors this year at commencement. And that concludes my remarks for this evening.
Thank you, Dr. Batchelor. Next up, recognitions. I can't imagine anybody's here for this. We're going to get help from both Ms. Lau and Ms. Duffy. Rosenblum and Ms. Rosenblum and Ms. Duffy. Ms. Lau is missing. That's where my note is.
Well, this was a pleasure for me to do because I saw many of these boys on the sideline of Little League, and I knew back then that we were destined for great things ahead for Radnor High School. So here we go. Congratulations to the Radnor High School varsity boys basketball team on winning the District 1
Baseball. You said
Wait, what did I say? Basketball? Oh, sorry. Now that would be quite a compliment. Baseball team on winning the District 1 5A championship. The team defeated Upper Dublin 2-1 in a pitcher's duel. Junior Austin Havertine struck out 9 over 7 strong innings with just 1 run allowed, while senior center fielder Teddy Monahan belted a walk-off single to right field to score Will Selbach for the win in the bottom of the 7th. They were the #1 seed from District 1 in the PIAA state championship, but fell to Elizabethtown in the first round. It was a great game, though. Highlights of the season include 4 boys placing on the All-Central League first team and 3 boys on the All-Central second team, making a record number for Radnor High School on the All-Central League team with 7. 5 players are also representing Radnor on the Delco team for the prestigious Carpenter Cup Classic, another record number of RHS players. Pitching set the tone for Radnor's historic run, as the pitching staff posted an impressive 1.53 ERA on the season. The team finished the season 20-4, the first 20-win season in Radnor High School's history. The 2025 team also won the first ever Central League championship in school history and the 2nd district title in our history. Congratulations. Now, Ms. Rosenblum is going to read off the names, and as your name is read, please come up and we'll line you up, and then we will distribute the certificates afterwards as we take a picture out back by that Radnor Pride sign. So here we go.
All right, we'll call in alphabetical order by class. So Danny Armstrong. Johnny Belleville. Zach Fine. Evan Hartman. Joe Krasowski. Jack Lorene. Ryan McWilliams. Kyle Miltenberger. Teddy Monahan. Will Selbach. Matt Chahulski. Matt Zaslow. Austin Havertine. Blake Havertine. Hayden Goldenberg. Daniel Kellis. Sean Muchler. Andrew Quigley. Max Van Horn. Graham Saunier. Jack Ertel. Charlie Ruggieri. Caden Shahulski. And our team managers, Jacob Kaufman, Ryan Sears, Chris Khalil, and Kieran Haas. The team is led by head coach Mark Jordan and assistant coaches Rick McGurl, Jason Jordan, Jack Pacella, Ian Roth, and Jonathan Prezioso. Coach Prez. The superintendent, along with the board and the Radnor community, congratulates these students, their peers, their parents, and coaches on their outstanding accomplishment. Congratulations.
That season was clearly the result of many years of a lot of hard work and a lot of work on the part of parents driving back and forth, I'm sure. The next recognition is in recognition of our retiring student representative, Martina Becerril. To recognize her service as student representative to the Board of School Directors, the following resolution has been prepared for Martina Becerril. Martina Becerril has served the school district of Radnor Township, Delaware County, Pennsylvania, from September 2024 through June 2025 as student representative to the Board of School Directors. And whereas during that time, she has represented the students of Radnor, presenting ideas and positions that have furthered the cause of effective and responsive educational principles and practices within Radnor Township School District. And whereas she has brought to the board an interest in service to education and a spirit of cooperation, now therefore be it resolved that in appreciation for her service, the members of the Board of School Directors hereby recognize and honor Martina Becerril on this 10th day of June 2025. We want you to keep your student representative sign, and there's a certificate of our recognition. And I thank the teacher for being able to pronounce your name. Thank you, Martina. Martina had an uncanny ability, no matter what time of the school year it was, to come in very excited and enthusiastic about all that was going on at Radnor. And knowing what we hear at home sometimes during the week, it's very nice to hear someone who's always positive about the high school. Next item on the agenda is the resolution honoring retiring employees. This one always gets us. a little choked up. So that the board adopts the following resolution. Upon the retirement of 20 employees after 445 and 1/2 years of faithful service to the Radnor Township School District and to the children of the community, the Board of School Directors hereby records its sincere appreciation and unreserved commendation for these years of diligent devotion to professional responsibilities. In recognition of this service, this citation is presented by unanimous vote of the Board of School Directors at its meeting on June 10th, 2025, and is recorded in the proceedings of this meeting. The resolution of appreciation has been prepared to honor the following retiring employees for their service to the Radnor Township School District. These employees who have resigned for the purpose of retirement together represent 445 and a half years of service to the Radnor Township School District. And I think at this point, we're going to ask their okay. So it's usually we start off with managers, so there we go.
Yep.
You have one to do this year? That's a bummer. This is one of those, the fewer people who stand up to talk, it's always better. It's one of the rare recognitions where we'd like to have fewer.
I get to speak about Jenny Lesage. So Jenny, come on up here. And she's like really mad that I'm making her come up here too. Recently, I met with a group of parents, and they talked to me about a program that Jenny has helped grow, has helped create, called SOARS, Secondary Opportunities for Adult Readiness Skills. And the parents talked about what a difference this program has made in the lives of their students. So I have a poem for you, Jenny. And Jenny knows I usually don't go scripted, so now she's even more nervous. And I'm going to call this poem A Legacy That Soars. In halls where quiet courage grew, since 2014 we all knew, a guiding light had joined our way, with heart and strength, Jenny Lesage. She came with vision, calm and clear, to lift each voice, to draw us near. As assistant first, then director proud, she led with grace that stood out loud. Through storms of change, through COVID's test, she stood for students, gave her best. IEPs with care she steered. When days were dark, she always persevered. She dreamed of more and made it real. An early learning program's zeal. A high school academy took flight. Each step she took was bold and right. She built teams strong with purpose set to guard, to guide, to not forget that every student, every child in every place deserves support, respect, and grace. Transition soared beneath her wing. She helped our students find their spring. With every plan, with every part, she led with honesty and heart. Her work ethic steady, true, inspired all of us who knew. Her compass, always what is best for every student. Now as she takes a well-earned rest, we celebrate life expressed in service, hard work, truth, and a quiet might. No, not that. Maybe not quiet, but but I needed something to rhyme. Okay. A legacy of soaring flight. Jenny, congratulations for everything you've done for the district. And now I'm going to turn over to Jenny for she has the next employee.
I do.
This is for you.
Thank you. First of all, thank you. Thank you very much, Ken. Could I have Claire O'Malley come up here? So as she's walking up, I just want to start and say, today we celebrate this retirement of the backbone and occasionally the fire marshal of the district office, Claire O'Malley. Claire has worked at Radnor Township School District as an administrative assistant for 21 years, first at Iven and then at the administration office. Now, I could talk about her paper-strewn office and her ability to balance the budget down to the last pen with dried-up ink. And what would be the fun in that? I would like to really recount the time she heroically responded to a very small electrical fire in our office. This event occurred on her last day of work. Claire saw the small fire in a colleague's office and ran to the end of the hall and pulled the alarm. In her excitement, what she actually did was to pull the alarm almost off the wall. The best part? She was wearing a sparkling tiara, the one she's wearing now, which I can't believe you wore that today, and a jewel sash which read retirement. She continued down the stairs and met up with our safety and security staff person, Dr. Kent, and the entire Radnor Township Fire Department, still wearing her retirement outfit. This incident was less code red and more like Claire's royal exit. Claire had many talents. One of her talents was to sing at work parties. She made up a song parody, and she would belt them out to all well-known tunes. This led us all to refer to her as Clairioke, as she would provide us all the words and the opportunity to sing along with her. Many of us did not. In our second floor office, we often said, Claire may be crazy, but she isn't wrong. Claire, you've provided the laughter and were the best storyteller. Most of these stories were true, and they were part of your life, and they happened to you, and they were great. You made us take ourselves a little less serious, which helped us get through our busy days. You more than earned this break. Congratulations on your retirement. You will be dearly and hilariously missed. You're welcome. I'd like to have Mr. Wagner come up. He's the principal of Iven. I forgot to give Claire's, yeah.
And I would like to call Brooke Doyle up. I find myself filled with both admiration and gratitude for the incredible legacy you leave behind at Iven Elementary. Your retirement marks the end of a remarkable chapter, not just in your life, but in the life of our school community. For years, you've been the cornerstone of Iven Elementary. Your classroom has been a place where curiosity was sparked, confidence was nurtured, and every child felt seen and valued. You brought learning to life with your creativity, patience, and unwavering belief in your students' potential. The impact you've made on young minds is immeasurable and will echo for generations. Beyond your role as an exceptional educator, you have been a mentor, a collaborator, a friend. Your presence in our halls has brought warmth and wisdom, and your contributions have helped shape the heart of our school. Whether guiding a new teacher, supporting a colleague, or simply offering a kind word, as you have always led with compassion and grace. As you step into retirement, know that your legacy at Iven Elementary is one of inspiration, dedication, and love. You have made a lasting difference, and we are all better for having shared this journey with you. I also want to share some reflections from some of your colleagues. It's nearly impossible to sum up Brooke Doyle in just a few words. She's a remarkable educator, mentor, colleague, and friend whose impact has been deeply felt by everyone lucky enough to work alongside her. Brooke has been a guiding light and a steadfast presence through some of the most formative years in her colleagues' lives. Her mentorship has been invaluable, offering wisdom, encouragement, and unwavering support both professionally and personally. One colleague shared a touching story of Brooke stepping in to hold her newborn at a family wedding just days after his birth. An act that perfectly encapsulates Brooke's selflessness, thoughtfulness, and readiness to help without hesitation. Her classroom has always been a place of warmth, creativity, and inclusivity. Whether collaborating on innovative STEM lessons or simply offering a listening ear, Brooke has consistently gone above and beyond to support her students and peers. She brings a unique blend of creativity and dedication to everything she does, from lesson planning to Halloween costumes to the perfect party dip. Her open door policy and generous spirit have made her a cornerstone of the community. Brooke's colleagues describe her as someone who makes everyone feel at home, who lifts others up, and who brings a can-do, we'll figure it out together attitude to every challenge. Her influence extends far beyond the classroom. She's helped shape better teachers, better parents, and better people. Another colleague shared that with over 20 years of shared memories, laughter, and growth, Brooke has left an indelible mark on the 5th grade hall and beyond. It was truly a gift to spend so many wonderful years together in the 5th grade hall and in the pond at Camp Canadensis. It made us friends for life. We were always going to keep a journal filled with all the funny stories from 5th grade, but we never did. They are just forever imprinted in our hearts. Thank you, Brooke, for being a role model, a friend, and a true gift to all you know. On behalf of the entire Iven Elementary family, thank you for your years of extraordinary service. We wish you joy, peace, and new adventures in this next chapter of life. Marie Mazuka, you're up. As you prepare to close this chapter of your career, I want to take a moment to express the deep appreciation and admiration we all feel for you. Your retirement is a bittersweet moment for Iven Elementary. While we celebrate your well-earned rest and new adventures, we also feel the weight of your absence already. Throughout your time at Iven, you have been a guiding light for your students and a steady presence for your colleagues. Your classroom has always been a place where learning was joyful, challenges were met with encouragement, and every child felt empowered to grow. You've taught with heart, led with integrity, and inspired with every lesson. Your influence extends far beyond your students. You've been a trusted mentor, a thoughtful collaborator, and a cherished friend to so many of us. Whether through your quiet leadership or your generous spirit, you've helped shape the culture of our school in ways that will endure long after your final day. I would like to add some reflections from your colleagues. Maureen knew how important support was for her students and would do whatever she could to make it work with her schedules. She always wanted to touch base to be sure all those working with her students were on the same page. Her passion shined through daily. Maureen is an amazing colleague and friend. She has a great sense of humor, always works hard to bring joy to the kids' days, whether with a fun project, a great story, or just her easygoing personality. Her students adore her for it, as do her teammates. Maureen would do anything for anyone. She's incredibly thoughtful, positive, encouraging, and all-around fun. She always looks out for everyone, reminding you to put yourself first, never stress, noticing when you're off and making a point to check in, and offering advice that somehow always hits home. It's not just what she does, it's how she does it, with care, warmth, and that quiet superpower of making you feel like everything's going to be okay in the coolest, carefree way. I've always felt like her room is a calm, cozy vibe where kids love her because she's like a warm blanket and a deep breath. She doesn't ever want her kids to be stressed and frequently says, "We're going to figure this out together," which I've always admired. As you step in retirement, know that your legacy at Iven Elementary is one of kindness, excellence, and unwavering dedication. You've left a mark on the community, and we are all better for having known and worked alongside you. On behalf of the entire Iven Elementary family, thank you for your years of service, your compassion, and your extraordinary contributions. We wish you happiness, health, and fulfillment in this next chapter of life. And now I would like to bring up Michael Marzano from Wayne.
After all of my .92 years at Wes, I have a lot to share. But all jokes aside, the ease with which I was able to write these words of appreciation is a testament to the indelible mark these educators have left on me and our community. To begin, I'd like to welcome up Jackie Bratzis. When you walk into Miss Bratzis' room, you could feel the warmth and positive energy. She was the teacher who would really get to know you as a person, dive deep into your interests, and incorporate them into her classroom and instruction. This year, Ms. Bratsis had a student who would sometimes struggle and needed that extra love and attention at school that only a teacher can provide. Instead of simply showering her with praise or prizes, she gave her a cutting of a plant from her own home to nurture. That is what teaching is all about. Rather than tell the student what nurturing was, she taught her to nurture so she could nurture herself. For these and many reasons, the students who had her in the past have returned to check in on their favorite past teacher, their own little Bratsis bunch, as she calls them. Thank you for the time, care, and love you have invested in every member of that bunch. It has made our community and society a better place for the past 32 years and more to come. Congratulations, good luck, and many thanks, Ms. Bratsis. I would now like to welcome up Miss Elise Goldberg. Like me, Elise worked in city schools before joining the Radnor community, bringing a unique perspective and appreciation for what Radnor has to offer her own family and our students. With 3 daughters who moved through the district, she also knows firsthand the positive impact our educators make on our young people. Over these past few years, we as a profession have learned a lot from structured literacy research, which differs from some of our past practices. Not to be deterred from doing what's right by our students, despite the demand to upend previous plans, Elise answered the call by replying, "When you know better, you do better." That answer is a drop in an ocean of evidence for how much she loves our students. According to colleagues who have known her for the past 18 years here in Radnor, what drives her now is what has always driven her: love for children and meeting their needs wherever they are. We will miss Elise and all of our retirees and can only be so lucky to find other folks so committed to our children and our school community.
Yeah, thanks.
I also just want to shout out our other incredible West retirees, some of whom are not able to be here tonight. That includes Rhea Proctor, Anita Seitz, and Michelle Ketchen. Thank you to the board and community members. I now introduce Principal Dave Wylick of Radnor Middle School, who is not retiring tonight. Not tonight.
All right, so first, congratulations to everyone. So tonight we gather not only to recognize outstanding retirees, but specifically for Radnor Middle School, we look to celebrate 4 remarkable individuals who have given so much to Radnor and who have profoundly shaped our school community. Their dedication, their leadership, and their unwavering commitment to students and to staff have left a mark, and it is both an honor and a bittersweet moment to bid them a see you later as they begin this new chapter. So I'd like to start with Mr. Clyde Deal. Mr. Deal. So Clyde has been a guiding force for students, for staff since 2001, and for me personally since 2019. His work as a counselor has provided support, encouragement, and direction to countless young minds. Beyond his role in the school counseling office, his coaching in football, basketball, track and field, and volleyball has made him a mentor both on and off the field. A true student advocate, a friend to all, and someone who embodies the spirit of Radnor. His presence has shaped this middle school in ways that we will always cherish. And I could go on, but I think that's poignant enough. Clyde, we are definitely going to miss you. Congratulations on an amazing career, and I'm going to miss you. Mr. Lord, Mr. Brad Lord. All right. So I'd like to recognize Mr. Brad Lord, whose 30-plus years of teaching have inspired not only his colleagues, but generations of students in the classroom and beyond. As a Radnor graduate himself, he is Radnor through and through, and his dedication to education, our athletics programs, and traditions that he helped spearhead and sustain, like our floor hockey tournaments, the Sandy Hill trip, our geography bee, our mini-thon campaigns, and so much more, really have strengthened our school spirit. When I first met Brad, we went out in the pod, and he showed me, are they Far Side? Yeah. So all these Far Side cartoons, and I have just seen them quietly just grow over the years, and that is something that kids will never, ever forget. And that's something that I'll never forget, because he brought a lightness to his learning pod, and he brought a lightness to his team. Brad has always led with integrity. He always acts in the best interest of kids, and we are grateful for the legacy that he leaves behind. And I know that the shoes that he has left to fill are tremendously large, and Brad will deeply, deeply be missed. Congratulations, Mr. Lord. Miss Laura Foran. So Laura was one of the first people that I met when I came to Radnor, and the mark that she left on me is something that I will never forget. And I never told Laura this, but when I came in and I was honored with being awarded the job of principal, Laura was, again, one of the first people that I met in my office. And she's like, this is Radnor. Welcome. She was one of the first welcoming voices that I heard. I'll never forget that, so thank you. But I'd like to celebrate Laura, who has served Radnor for 23 years, and more recently as our building secretary, someone who I get to see every single day. Actually, I think every student who walks in our building and every staff member who walks in our building every day sees Laura. Laura's been the heartbeat of our middle school as our building secretary more recently. Her warm spirit, her unwavering kindness have made her not only a colleague, but a beloved figure in our community. A Radnor graduate and a lifelong resident of Wayne, she is woven into the fabric of our community. She, too, is Radnor through and through. She radiates Radnor pride, and we are so fortunate to have her presence among us for so many years. And personally speaking, Laura has always extended her ear to me, her shoulder, and personally, her heart. And I know that you'll be missed by everyone. So, Laura, congratulations on your retirement. I'm going to give you a hug. Dr. Murphy. Michael Murphy, come on up. So Michael was the first person that yelled at me when I came through. All in fun.
Yes.
All in fun. So after 25 years of dedicated service to the Radnor Township School District, Mike Murphy, our beloved custodian, has retired from his role in Radnor not too long ago. Michael's not only known for his tireless work ethic and warm smile, but also for his quick wit, and his unfailing willingness to lend a hand to anyone and to everyone, whether sharing something funny, a clever joke in the hallway, or stepping in to help without being asked. Michael has brought both heart and humor to our building every single day. His presence has made a lasting impact on our community, and Michael, you already are, but you will continue to be deeply missed and forever appreciated for all that you have done for Radnor. Congratulations, my man. So kind of like in closing, to each of you, to Clyde, Brad, Laura, Michael, the lessons, the dedication you have shown, your impact will be felt for generations. And through your daily presence, you will greatly be missed. The legacy that you leave behind, you will remain a cornerstone of our school. We wish you the very best in your well-earned retirement, and may it bring you joy, adventure, and fulfillment. And I leave you with this. I'm so eternally grateful for all that you have done, especially for making Radnor Middle School a school with the heart and the heart of Wayne. So thank you. Congratulations.
I think next up is Mr. McNamara.
Mr.
Sorry, Dr.
McNamara, I'm sorry.
McNamara.
Joe McNamara.
I won't be offended, Dr. Weiler, thank you. So we have 3 retirees, not as many at the middle school, but we do have 3 outstanding retirees at the high school level. We have Mr. Eric Barrett, we have Miss Senora, Alicia Alfonso, my Spanish, I took German in high school, folks, and we have Doc Molman. And the legacy they're leaving behind is incredible. And we did have a retirement luncheon the other day to honor our 3 retirees, and I was getting myself choked up because I've come so close to these individuals for so many reasons. Miss Senora, Alicia Alfonso, our beloved come on up, Senora. I'm about to talk to you right in the seat there. Our beloved Spanish teacher and remarkable world language chair. For 21 years, Alicia has been much more than an educator. She has been a mentor, an inspiration to children, and a steady warmth and presence. Alicia has always carried herself with confidence and a deep care for our students, colleagues alike. In her classroom, I've directly observed her challenge her students not only with a new language, but embrace a new culture. I have often gone through and I've walked the hallways, and one time I walked in, Miss Alfonso's class were singing and dancing of some sort, and I was like, what is going on in here? And I popped in, and they're learning something. I'm not sure what they were learning, but they were learning, and it was exciting, and I remember that. And when I talk to the students, they get so excited and passionate about Miss Alfonso, and they talk with her about her in so many good ways. She brought patience, creativity, and enthusiasm to every lesson. Beyond her classroom, Alicia has served as the World Language Department Chair, leading with vision, grace, and working directly with me, always advocating for her department and always tracking me down as well. Her colleagues have always had amazing things to say about Alicia. And one thing as department chair I always admired about Alicia was how she united the World Language Department. They're such a connected group, and you are going to sorely be missed. Her engagement in school community extends well beyond academics. Alicia has been engaged with many different initiatives in the school, from our multicultural event to Speak Up. She consistently demonstrates a genuine commitment to our kids and our school culture, and she's always thinking of how can we be more inclusive for our kids, and I admire about that, Alicia. She didn't just teach Spanish, she taught empathy. What Alicia leaves behind is not just 21 years of outstanding teaching, but countless students emerging more confident, culturally aware, and ready to face the world. She has set a high bar, and that means so much to our building. Alicia, on behalf of the entire Radnor High School community, thank you for your years of service, for your deep care for students, and for your belief in the power that all of our young people can succeed. You've been a role model in every sense, compassionate, and as you step into retirement, may you never forget the students you've inspired, helped to be culturally aware, trips you've taken, memories you have, and the support you've given our school. We wish you nothing but the best. Congratulations. Mr. Barrett. Mr. Barrett, our beloved art teacher and mentor. For 23 years, Eric has done so much more than teach art. He's opened doors, sparked curiosity, and helped students discover parts of themselves they didn't know existed. Eric's classroom has always been a space of exploration and growth, a place where students felt safe to take creative risks, to express themselves and to see the world through a different lens. Whether a student walked in with a passion for arts or simply because it was an elective, Eric met them where they were. He exposed them to the beauty and discipline of artistic thinking, and in doing so helped many fall in love with art for the first time. I'll always say that Eric and I also have a personal connection. We started our roots in the Coatesville area school district. I realized that in my first week or something when I came to Radnor High School. I knew he knows all the teachers I know. He shared with the classroom he was, and we were having fond memories of a time when we didn't work together in the same building. It was like we worked together. But Eric had a lasting effect there and has a lasting effect at Radnor. But Eric's greatest gift has been his mentorship. He didn't just teach techniques. He taught students how to think deeply, reflect honestly, and engage in the world thoughtfully. He nurtured confidence in the quiet students, encouraged boldness in the hesitant ones, and always made sure every student felt seen and heard. The thing about our art electives is sometimes they draw a quiet crowd from time to time, and sometimes that is their safe place in the school. And through Eric and his mentorship and him being a fabulous teacher, they gravitated towards you. I witnessed and observed it. That's what Radnor High School is. To his colleagues, Eric has been a role model of professionalism, quiet leadership. To his students, he has been a guide and he's a voice of reason. And Eric, on behalf of the entire school community, thank you. And thank you for all the projects around the school as well. When you walk in, it's amazing. One time he had these bubble things hanging from the, what were they called, Eric? Packing tape people. It looked like they were coming from the ceiling, out of the walls, but when parents would walk in, they would be amazed and say, oh my gosh, what is that? And Eric would be like, well, they're packing tape people, But it was so fun to watch, and he was so creative, and we appreciate everything you did, and we have big shoes to fill. Thank you for all of your years of service. And last but not least, Doc Molman. Doc loves the spotlight, by the way, okay? And he shared with me just before walking in here, he loves public speaking. So I said, don't worry about it. You're the first one, Doc, Here's the thing about Ted. He has an incredible sense of humor. And that is what I know of Ted. And every time he comes into the main office, he comes to me and says, Doc, not Doc, you're Doc. Mac, dude, you're looking great today. And I'm like, well, yeah, Doc, it's because I'm trying to follow in your footsteps, Every day I try to be better for you, Doc, And we just would always talk and everything, and he was amazing. Doc Molman was a dedicated science teacher and a respected science department chair. For 30 years, Ted has done much more than be an educator. He's been a constant source of energy, humor, and a heart for his students and colleagues. Ted has always brought his full self into the classroom, his passion for science, and his unmistakable sense of humor. Whether he was guiding students through complex scientific concepts in physics, by the way, or greeting them with a fist bump, which our students really love, he always had a perfectly timed joke as well. He created a classroom environment where he was not only engaging, he was deeply human, and that's what our kids love. Physics is not easy. Ted Molman made physics fun, and Ted Molman is what made students want to come to his classroom. They felt encouraged and uplifted every day. As the long-standing science department chair, Ted led with clarity and always about fairness. Can we be fair? And yes, we've always been fair. He's been a trusted voice in the science department and always supports his colleagues. He has supported new teachers. He has mentored new teachers. And he's always been a fierce advocate for kids. His leadership has made the science department strong, and his colleagues have consistently spoken about his positivity, wisdom, and laughter that he brings to the conversation. He may not look it, but he does have a lot of wit, okay? What Ted leaves behind is not just 30 years of outstanding teaching, but a legacy defined by joy, leadership, and the authentic relationships that you've created with your kids. Our kids are going to sincerely miss Doc Molman. Not doctor, it's Doc Molman for whatever reason. Doc Molman, this, and the fist bumps that you would give our kids, and the humor as well. As you head into your next chapter of a well-deserved retirement, please know, Ted, you're also leaving a legacy behind like Mr. Barrett and Miss Alfonso, and you are going to be sorely, sorely missed. Congratulations. Oh, Ted, here we or something.
No, you go ahead. Go ahead.
Thank you.
Oh, you got it. And if any of the retirees would like to speak, I think this concludes, correct, Mr.
Yes, this concludes the retirees.
And if any of the retirees would like to speak, no pressure, we're not putting pressure on anyone, but if any of them wanted to speak, by all means, you're welcome to share a few words. There's also some leftover cake, too, as well, I think.
Well, I'm going to hold, if no one's jumping up, were you jumping up to come to the, no. Okay, nobody's jumping up to come speak. Ms. Solomon couldn't be here this evening, and she particularly gets, I think, choked up at this meeting each year. So she asked me to please say that she's unable to attend the meeting tonight due to family obligations, but she asked me to read the following statement. I want to specifically acknowledge tonight's retirees. There are some very special people who are retiring from our district. Many of them have decades of experience within our school district. I personally know many of the many contributions they have made to our schools, and I want to personally thank them for their service to our community and to our students and families. We will miss you, but we wish you the best in your future endeavors. I think there were a couple other people who might want to say something. I think we might have some public comment. And I said something last year, and gosh, it is really, really hard to see all of you leave. It's hard to see, so many people who have dedicated so much of their lives to the improvement of our students' lives, and by extension, the life of our community, the life of parents. We know that it is not a, 8 to 4 or 9 to 5 job. We know you don't just come in and leave the building and close up shop. We know that there's a lot of work that goes on at home and on weekends, and that even if you're not actively typing or writing down something, you're thinking about your classes and your students and what they need. And you are, year after year when Radnor gets praise on a national level, it's the work of the administrators, but it's the work of the teachers and the custodians and the bus drivers and the lunch staff who really make the difference in our children's lives. So thank you all very, very much for all you do. And we will miss you terribly, but we really do hope you have a fabulous retirement. And we're going to do public comment. I have a request from one of the board members that could we do the recorded public comment first? I think we just have one. Would it be possible to play that first? Thank you. It is for a retiree. And then I'll get to
Ms.
anyone in
Dunn,
public.
while you tee
Yeah, sure.
that up, I just want to acknowledge Doc Molman. I said this to him personally, but my youngest spent 2 years in a class with him, and then went undergraduate and graduate physics degrees, and now works in that field. And it's when we have teachers, and I know all of the teachers who are retiring tonight and all of our staff make an indelible mark, but when a child goes into the very field that they were taught in the high school and in Radnor, you know that teacher made a real difference, and so thank you.
Public comment.
Duffy, St. David, PA, 19087. Hi everyone, my name is PJ Duffy, and I'm a proud member of the class of 2023. While at Radnor, I had the great privilege of getting to know Senora Alfonso, both inside and outside the classroom. So today, I'm calling in from Valencia, Spain, to celebrate her decade-long commitment to our school community. Senora Alfonso, congratulations on your retirement. Radnor is so lucky to have you, and I wish you the very best as you begin this next chapter. I hope it's full of travel, joy, and well-earned relaxation. When I look back on my time in classroom 217, whether in Speak Up or at Spanish, I cherish most how you taught me to engage with the world, with a curiosity and compassion for the people and places that surround me, a desire to connect with people of different lived experiences, to explore what lays beyond my bubble, and to prioritize service and value community. I so adamantly admire the way you taught and led, your passion for teaching, care for students, and above all, instinct to give back to our school community is one of a kind. Thank you. I feel beyond lucky to have had you as my teacher, and I know my peers would say the same. Así que, aunque tu carrera esté llegando a su fin, tu impacto en los estudiantes como yo será de por vida. Como siempre, lo mejor. TJ.
I just got to say, he read a letter to me. He was so upset that that he was disappointed that he couldn't be at your retirement party, and he wrote a letter to you, and when he read it to me, I was like, oh my gosh, PJ, I wish you could share that with her. And I told him about the public comment, and he did not hesitate. So this kid's having a lot of fun in Valencia, Spain, but he took the time. So thank you. And thank you to all. There's many of you that have touched my children. I shouldn't have made an impact on my children personally. Wow. And I just think, with so many challenges in public education these days, I kind of consider there's an embarrassment of riches in Radnor, and the heart of those riches are you and the teachers and the staff and the administrators and the support staff that make this district everything it is. So, well done, and good luck in your retirement. Enjoy. You deserve it.
Okay, now, and I'm really out of order. Is there any public comment in the room?
And none of you are expected to stay for the full board meeting, though you are welcome
Yeah,
to stay.
please.
But if there's any cake and water left in the lobby or pictures, and thank you for being here tonight.
Okay, so I don't see any public comment, and I know we did the recorded comment. So I'm going to move on to item 7, which is the report from board committees. We start with the curriculum committee. Dr. Babson?
Okay, so it's smooth sailing from here out, folks. The board curriculum committee met last Tuesday. We don't say that very often. At 5 o'clock at the Township Administration Building, the garden level, as it's known. The committee reviewed the customary student trip, academic agreement, and contract items. You can look at the consent agenda 10, 11, and I believe 14 as well. And then updates were also presented on the STEEL standards in the IDS program. And there is also progress reports on the high-performing middle and high schools investigation. And the next meeting will be later this summer. Thank you.
Sometime in August, yes, I think. Mrs. Duffy, will you give us the report from the Facilities Committee, please?
Yes, the Facilities Committee met last Tuesday on June 3rd at 6 p.m. There are two items on tonight's consent agenda. One is the termination of an easement along School Lane by the middle school, and the next is ratification of a donation of approximately 300 plants that Dr. Batchelor mentioned in his opening remarks. Additionally, we received updates on the Iven project and the 5 and 10 capital plan. I'm sure everyone here is aware, but we did receive the news that we are delayed in getting our approvals. Some of our, oh my gosh, what am I blanking on the name? Some permits, thank you, permit approval. And so upon reflection of our timeline, it does not make sense to go out to bid this summer. We'll be working to get out to bid in November, and then hopefully breaking ground next spring. Thank you.
Thank you.
I will say, if there are any updates in terms of the permit process over the summer, we'll be sure to inform everyone.
Great, thank you. I have not seen a report recently from our owner's rep on the progress of everything. We used to get a monthly report. If you would just check in with them, it'd be good to know what's going on. We could, they could put an update like that in the summer program, then you don't have to do something separate. Policy, Mrs. Stern.
Yes, the policy committee met last Tuesday, June 3rd. On tonight's consent agenda, we have 3 policies that are up for second read and adoption. I'd like to thank Dr. Hand and the administration for all their hard work on the policies regarding library selection. I feel like, and I want to acknowledge all of you. I feel like we got a lot of good work done this spring. It was not on our to-do list necessarily, but we got it done anyway. So thank you all very much. Appreciate that. Our next meeting is tentatively set for August 19th. That is only if it's needed. Other than that, the policy committee will see you in September. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Stern. The next item on the agenda is the consent agenda. This is the portion of the agenda that we vote on, but we don't need to discuss. The one I would point out that item 10.04 currently only lists Ms. Lau as attending the PSBA delegate assembly. When we vote on that, we will vote to include Ms. Duffy and Ms. Rosenblum as well. Was there any item on the consent agenda anyone needed to pull this evening? Okay, then may I please have a motion to approve items 9.01 through 14.12?
So moved.
Thank you, Dr. Babson.
Second.
And a second from Ms. Rosenblum. Thank you. All in favor? Say aye. Okay, I have a 7-0. That takes us all the way to item 15.01 is the report from the Delaware County Community College. I checked with Ms. Solomon, and she said there is no report this month. Delaware County Intermediate Unit, Dr. Babson?
No report.
Okay. There's no report on the Delaware County School Board's Legislative Council because their meeting is tomorrow. The Pennsylvania School Boards Association, Mr. Thornton?
No report other than the meeting this summer that you referenced earlier.
Okay, great, thank you. Board announcements. Before I do the board announcements, this is where we usually do if anyone has any community announcements they wanted to make. Is there anything? Okay. So board announcements. We are hopefully, I'm not sure we actually have a need for a meeting in July. If something came up, we would schedule a regular meeting of the board on July 29th, and it would be remote, so we wouldn't try to all come in because we know people will be on vacation. That means in August, we plan to have hopefully curriculum, finance, and policy committees on August 19th. Policy, as Ms. Stern noted, only if needed, and that will be in the garden level of the school district Township Administration Building. And we'll be back here at the Township Administration Building on Tuesday, August 26th for our regular board meeting in August. Ms. Rosenblum, did you have something else? Sure, just you hit your microphone.
And I think Ms. Dovey mentioned it earlier, but the boys lacrosse team is headed to state championships.
Yes, I think she mentioned that before the meeting, but yes, that's great
And
news.
we will be playing.
They'll be playing Springfield at Penn State. Is that this Saturday night?
Saturday, I believe it's 6 or 6:30.
So we aren't going to get to recognize them at a board meeting this school year, and to those of them who are graduating, congratulations. But we look forward to seeing them hopefully bring home the state title again. That would be truly a coup. Okay, last item on the agenda is public comment. This is just live public comment. And seeing none, I'm going to move to item 18. Can I get a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Ms. Stern?
Second.
And I saw one and heard the other, so I'm going to give the second to Mr. Thornton, if you don't mind, Ms. Ms. Girton. All in favor? Okay, and I have the 7-0. Have a great summer, everyone.